You could be making 76% more with Cubo nodes versus strong nodes. I'm gonna get into the data that I have later on in this video, so stick around to that so you can see all the costs involved and all the payouts that you're gonna get. Cubo is a new node project that popped up back in January, so it's still an early project. And if you don't know what node protocols are, they're basically where you buy a node, the node does something in the network to provide value, and you get paid out for actually making the node. It's very similar to strong nodes, and it's also similar to Thor nodes, which I've also made a video on. But this project has a strong focus on sustainability and making sure that the project can last a long term. They used to have a runway of 365 days, and now they're just trying to get the runway as long as they possibly can get it. They've also been fully audited, so you can actually go and check out the audit that did happen on this project. And the biggest difference of Cubo versus all these other node projects is that they actually have their own treasury. So when you actually make the node, you have to pay in both DAI and Cubo to make the node, and then the DAI goes in so that they have a treasury of funds. And the cool thing is that DAI is used in liquidity pools on the Polygon network. And with the money that they make from those liquidity pools, all that money goes back to buying Cubo in the market. And with that money buying more Cubo, it actually drives the price of the Cubo up because there's always more people buying the Cubo. Here's the price graph of Cubo since it started back in January. It started at under $1. Most people, I think, got in around this time right here, mid-February, where the price was around $15, $16. The price went all the way up to almost $30. And since the crash and everything that has been happening since February, it is now down to $5. Now it could go a little bit lower, so you might want to wait a little bit to buy. But the thing is that this price is a great price to actually get in. I think that the developers have had a lot of good things to say about this project. They're always trying to improve it, and they're actually coming out with a version 3 of this project, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So there's a lot of good potential behind this project. And with the price this low, it could be a good time to get in. I did see that a lot of other cryptos and Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting to recover and go back up significantly. Normally what happens is the main cryptos start to go up, and then all these other small alt projects will follow suit after Bitcoin and Ethereum has recovered a little bit. Here is the Cubo app, and they make it really easy with these buttons to buy actual Cubo, to buy the DAI that you need to make the nodes, to actually mint the nodes. You can look at all the nodes that you have right here. They also have this button to approve Cubo and then claim the rewards that you've accumulated. So they make it really easy to use the app and get involved with the project. Here's a list of all the different types of nodes that they have. They introduce these super small ones so that you can get in with basically no money at all. The base one is the Nano Cubo. You need 100 Cubo and 100 DAI to make this node. And then you get 1 Cubo per day. And it goes all the way up to the Giga Cubo, where you need 1,000 Cubo and 1,000 DAI, and you get 100 Cubo per day, which is 1% back every single day. Now, of course, the bigger node that you get, the more percent back you're gonna get. So it goes down to 0.2% all the way up to 1% back on your ROI every single day. Now we'll get into the cost analysis for all of these later on, how much money it'll take to get your money back, and then how much money you're gonna make every 30 days, every year after that point. So stick around for that. One of the founders also doxed himself in an AMA with James Pelton. This interview or this AMA has a lot of good information in it. I recommend you go watch it. I'm gonna cover a lot of the stuff that they talked about and summarize it for you, but if you want more detail, you can definitely check out this AMA that they did. So the project has always had a strong focus on sustainability and making sure that the project can last a long time. And with V3 of Cubo coming out, the changes that they're making are actually gonna make the project even more sustainable. Now, I do want to preface this with that some people may not like this, but after you make 100% returns on your Cubo from your Cubo node, the rewards are going to be cut in half. Now, this does kind of suck because the rewards will be cut in half, but you can also look at this as you're getting double the rewards for the first 100 days until you actually make back the capital that it cost you to actually make the node in the first place. And the benefits with them cutting the rewards in half after you make back the initial capital that you invested is that it will make the project last longer. It's less likely that they'll run out of money to actually pay out the rewards. So we see these other projects that have been around like Strong. They've been around for a while, and there's so many people in nodes who may not be buying new nodes, which means that they have less money to actually pay out the rewards. So I think that is one of the main reasons why we've seen the price of Strong go down so significantly lately. The main issue I see with these node projects is that they're not getting enough people buying new nodes, which means that they're gonna have to do something in order to make sure that the project is sustainable. I think this is a big factor in the price of these projects tanking, because other people see that they're not getting enough new money to pay out the rewards, so people are uncertain about how they're going to keep it going, so people just start selling off all of their profits from these nodes and they're not buying new ones. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen to Strong. I do think that this is a possibility with Strong, but what Cubo is doing is actually cutting the rewards in half, which is actually a smart move. I think Strong is going to have to do this at some point as well, so that the project doesn't actually run out of money to actually give people the rewards for their nodes. This is their plan for making the project more sustainable, making it last longer, so that you can actually hold it longer and keep making passive income. What this is essentially doing is extending the runway of the project, of your nodes when you invest. I know that they did have a runway of 365 days back in February. Now they're just trying to extend out the runway as long as they possibly can. They're calling this period to actually get back your initial investment the return on Cubo, or ROC. So after the ROC, you're gonna have your rewards cut in half. Another thing that they're gonna be implementing is that if you hold your Cubo for more than 14 days, rather than you getting 50% of the rewards, you're gonna get 60% of the rewards. So it incentivizes people to hold their Cubo longer and not just sell it off as soon as they get it. Also, cutting the rewards in half or down to 60% incentivizes new investors to get into the project, because there's going to be less people buying with less people selling because there are less rewards. And when you first buy, you're still going to get 100% of the rewards. Another change that they are making with version 3 is that they're updating the time of the rewards. They used to pay out the rewards all at the same time every single day, which meant that a lot of people were selling at the same time every day, which would drive the price down. They're going to change this so that you get paid out at the same time that you made the nodes every single day. They've also added a cap so that people can only have 100 nodes on one wallet, which this is just fixing an issue that they had with failed transactions. Of course, you can make more wallets and have more than 100 nodes. All these changes are planned to be implemented in early April, so it's coming up. The main benefits that I see with them coming out with the V3 is that they're looking at the issues that they currently have, they're listening to the community, and they're actively making changes as fast as they can. It also shows that they are staying true to their mission of having good, strong sustainability of this project, which is not a feature that a normal pump and dump project has. So this tells me that this is not just a pump and dump scheme. There are a lot of things that I like about Cubo, including that the founders aren't hiding, they've done AMAs and they're very public. The price is in a really good place right now. It has shown that it could have a value of $30 per Cubo, and it's currently down to $5. So I see that as a good thing, because there's more potential for it to go up and reach all-time highs, especially now that the market is starting to trend back upwards for these crypto projects. It has been audited, which is really good. You want to see that in these node projects, DAO projects, crypto projects. If a project doesn't want to get audited, that is a very bad sign. I also like that they have a variety of different nodes so that literally anyone can get into this project with any budget, and the returns are really good. You'll actually get more of a return from a lot of these nodes than you will from Strong nodes. And with them working on V3, it shows that they consistently try and improve the project. They're not just sitting around letting it be. And it shows that they actually do have a focus on sustainability and making sure that the project stays around for the long term. One of the things that I actually like more about Strong is just that it has been around longer, but that could also mean that it has less room to run. We've seen the price decrease a lot. But all that being said, the project has been around longer, and there's a concept that says the longer something has been around, the more likely it's going to stay around. I also like that the Strong rewards don't get cut in half just because you can profit more from that, but I also think that comes with a lot of issues. I think that they are running out of money to actually pay out the rewards. I think that they are going to have to cut the rewards down to be able to keep up with the rewards that they have to pay out to people. But with all that being said, they do not cut down the rewards. So assuming that the price stays the same and the rewards stay the same, your rewards are going to be constant and stay at that constant reward amount. So here is all the data, and I only picked 3 of the Cubo nodes, and I didn't want to cover all of them because there's literally 8 of them. So I only chose the 3, the smallest. the medium, and the largest. So let's go ahead and go through Strong. It's $118 right now per one Strong token. You need 10 Strong tokens to make a node. So the total cost is going to be $1,180 to make a Strong node right now with the current prices. You get roughly 0.1 Strong token every day. I've been getting roughly 0.09 Strong tokens every single day, so we're going to use that number because it is more accurate. After a year, you will have made $3,873, but if you subtract the initial cost, your profit will be $2,696 after the first year of holding your Strong tokens. Now that's assuming that the price stays the same and that they don't cut down the rewards or change anything. So after the first year of being invested in Strong, you will have made 229% profit on your initial investment. And another good thing to note is that it takes 111 days to break even with Strong nodes. Again, as long as they don't change anything. So the smallest Cubo node is not really worth it. The Cubo nodes cost $5.5 with the current prices. You need 25 to make the node. It's going to cost you $163 to make the node. Now that's including the dye that you also have to pay. It's going to take 250 days to reach your ROC. Before the ROC, you're going to get 0.1 token every day. After the ROC, as long as you hold for 14 days, which that's what I'm going to assume for all of this, you'll be making 0.06 tokens every single day. So the rest of these values, I assume that it's after the ROC. So after the ROC, you're going to make 21.9 tokens every single year, which is $120. You're going to have $13 profit after that first year, which is only 8% of your initial investment. So I wouldn't do these unless you really want to get into one of these projects with a very strict budget. The Nano, 100 tokens to make it, $650 total investment with your dye, 100 days to reach your ROC. Tokens per day is 1 before the ROC, 0.6 after the ROC. Every year after the ROC, you're going to make $1,200, which is 200% of your initial investment. And after the first year, you're going to have $775 profit, not just gains, but profit, which is 119% return on your initial investment after 1 year of being invested. Now, the larger plans are where it gets interesting because not only is this project sustainable, but you can make more money than these Strong nodes. So for the Giga, you need to buy 5,000. So the 5,000 that you need to buy plus the dye, it's going to be $32,000. Now I know there aren't a lot of people that can buy this. There are smaller ones between Nano and Giga, but if you are going to get into this, the larger ones are the way to go so you make more money back. Of course, there's more risk if you do that. It only takes 50 days for the ROC. You're going to make 100 tokens every single day before the ROC and then 60 after the ROC. So after the ROC, you're going to make 120 grand every year. So after the first year of being invested, you're going to have $99,000 in profit from this project. So that's 304% ROI from being invested in this project in 1 year. Now that is 76% more than this 229% from these Strong tokens. Now, which one do I think is better? Well, I'm gonna let you guys decide that. It depends on what your level of risk is, what you really value. If you want something sustainable or if you want something that's been around longer. I'm gonna wait and watch this project a little bit more, but I think I am gonna cop 1 or 2 of the Nano nodes because I do think that this project, because they're focusing on sustainability so hard, it will be around for the long term, which is something I really look for in these projects. All these alt projects are down right now, but that also means that they're likely to go back up. They can hit all-time highs and they can recover. If you have more information about these projects and you want to share it with me, do it down in the comments. I hope I did explain this well enough to give you guys a good understanding. Hope you did learn something new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.